Good morning from Reykjavik. This morning we're out at some godforsaken hour on the street waiting for our tour bus to pick us up because today, bucket list and some sort of trumpet announcement. Today we are going on the Golden Circle tour, which is one of the most famous tours that you can do in Iceland. Of course, a lot of people opt to rent a car and do this tour themselves. However, we've just opted to go with the tour operator because we're only here for a few days and they will drive us around and provide us with basically everything, all the stops we need, etc. So we don't have to think about everything. I did this when I was traveling alone in Canada. I just did a load of tours because it was just so much easier logistically than doing it yourself. So if you are, I don't know, a bit lazy, or you just don't have the money, or you don't want to rent a car, the tour companies are amazing. I don't think I need to tell you that the scenery in Iceland is absolutely epic, and it's so beautiful in the snow. The weather is incredibly changeable in Iceland, so we were just at the top of basically a hill and it was blazing sunshine, and then you come into the valley and it's snowy and there's no visibility. It's just completely changeable, so be prepared for all kinds of weather. Our first stop today, which may well be a bonus stop, is the Kerid crater, which is a scenic lake which now sits in a volcanic crater which I think was formed around 4000 BC. This lake is famous because of its emerald colour. Obviously, we're visiting in the winter and it's covered in snow and it's quite possibly iced over. I'm pretty sure we did this Golden Circle tour in reverse, which is a great way to do it because actually it means the stopping points are less busy because most people do it clockwise and we're doing it anti-clockwise. Our first official stop is the Geysir hot springs. Geysir is a geothermal area that has hot springs, active geysirs and mud pits. Americans call this a geyser, but I've actually never heard it called that before. If you've never seen a geysir before, then you're in for a treat. There are several hot springs here, but the most famous one is Strokka, and Strokka actually ejects water out of it, so if you hang around long enough you will see it shoot water out of its hot spring. It's absolutely fascinating to watch. As you can probably see from that video footage, it makes you jump when it ejects. Got a distinct smell of sulphur though. I don't want to stand there. Ooh. It does absolutely stink of sulphur. And those of you familiar with sulphur, it's a very eggy kind of a smell. It smells like someone's farted. So just be pre-warned that it does smell. And you will wait quite a long time for one of these to blow their top. But it's pretty magical when it does. Our next stop is Gullfoss, which is one of the most renowned waterfalls in Iceland. Its literal translation is Golden Falls. Gullfoss is unique because it's actually two waterfalls. So it has a first shorter cascade which is about 11 meters tall, and the second drop is actually even bigger, it's 21 meters. And there's a canyon on both sides of the waterfall, so it's pretty interesting to see. The drop of the canyon is about 70 meters, so it's pretty impressive. This might be one to view on a slightly better, less cloudy day because you'd have better visibility, but we could still see how impressive the waterfall was and just how vast. They have a little coffee shop here which I really liked. I bought some muffins to eat on the way home, but it wasn't too badly priced for Iceland. Gullfoss is really near Gísir, so we drove past it on the way back. Back to Iceland's weird changeable weather. I think you can see it snowing in the background. I got major Canada vibes from this trip. Kind of felt like the Rocky Mountains in Canada, but you know, Canada is a much more reasonably priced country for food, and there's no Timmy Hortons as well, which is a bit of a letdown. Our next stop, and I actually struggled to pronounce this one, is Thingvellir National Park, which is actually one of the sets and locations for Game of Thrones. One of the amazing things about Thingvellir National Park is that it actually has the continental divide, and the two tectonic plates, the Eurasian and the North American plates, actually move away from each other by I think about 2 inches per year. So the two walls that you can see on either side of this path are the tectonic plates moving away from each other, which is absolutely fascinating. And this wall that you see here is the wall from Game of Thrones before they let CGI loose on it. We did this tour today with Bus Travel Iceland, who have the orange buses, if you wondered. This tour wasn't especially expensive. It was £120 for 2 adults, which is just over £60 each, which I thought was a pretty good price for a full day of activities. For dinner we went to the Laundromat Cafe, which is this like laundry themed kind of American diner, and I had the most amazing like breaded halloumi burger I've ever had. It was just so good. Food is so expensive in Iceland. I think it was about £20 for this meal, which is probably about twice the price it would be in England. And after dinner we went to a bar called Ægir, which was kind of a Viking pub. It was really cool. Bye from Iceland!